it just said like this is being live streamed, and I had to click got it.
Yo, we on. It's good.
It told me that too.
Yeah, it's is it telling you it's connecting to
All
YouTube?
right, let me mute this.
No.
Dope. All right, guys. So what's up? This is 65 Lokes, my guest here, Slowly Models. We are at episode 192. We decided to do it live stream. You know, so many different things to talk about. I mean, we chop it up all the time, but I just thought this would be kind of cool just to, you know, get together and who knows, man? I mean, if everything goes, I was thinking we should probably do this once a month, you know, but
yeah,
know,
that'd be awesome.
Depends,
that'd be
you
cool.
know, on the schedule and everything. But
yeah,
but cool,
sure.
man. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on the like live thing. This is really like exciting.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since the last time we did an episode together, the live. You know, it's been some years probably. I mean, we do the audio ones, but I still remember when we did one a while back. So that's cool.
Yeah, no, it's always fun. Always fun.
Yeah. So for those that are watching, tuned in, Casey's out in Australia, and I'm based out here in California. What's your time out there?
It's about 3 p.m. Just about on the dot.
Yeah, 3 p.m. And then you said the weather's hot out there right now, right?
It is. It's like really warm in like the garage. It's terrible. So I got to have the fan going so I don't get like too shiny.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, over here it's not even. I mean, it's not even hot. It's cold right now. That's why I'm wearing a sweater and stuff. But it's cool though. It's cool. It was time, man. It was time. You know, that this had to happen. But tell us right now. You know, what have you been working on as far as like models?
Right now, like this very moment, I was working on that not slant six, the flat six 3D printed engine from Blackbox. I can probably, should I try to turn the camera around?
Yeah, go for it. Let's see. See how there we go. All right, let me zoom it in on you. All right, go for it.
Yep, here's the flat six engine. I've just been like 3D printing some different distributors for it. It goes like right here, and the one it came with had like 12 holes in it, and it was a bit too much for me to handle like on one like thing, like item. So I made 2 6-hole ones, and I've just started kind of gluing it together. There we go. The light's a little bit better now. But yeah, it's all painted up. It's all 3D printed. It's an amazing file from Blackbox. And I got to like connect 12 wires. There's like 3 little spark plug boots on each like red cylinder cover. And so I got to wire all the tiny little wires around. And I'm like a little bit through that process. So that's what I was doing right at this moment. Before this.
Yeah, that looks dope, man. I really like the close up there with the distributor wires and everything. What kind of paints are you using on that engine?
On that one, I think it was a base. I painted everything glued together in just a plain silver and a black wash with Tamiya panel line, and then I used some AK Interactive. It's like right up there. AK Interactive paints to like brush paint on the details, because it's really thick paint, but once you get it like smooshed into the brush and get a lot of paint in there, it doesn't like drip around. You just got to like stipple it on sort of, and it does like a really nice even kind of satin coat on it. And then like flat clear to seal it all from Mr. Hobby, I think it was, just from like the rattle can, just done. So I don't like, I don't muck it up too much.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I feel like the AK Interactive is seems to be like the to go to for like weathering, right?
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. I have the whole set of pencils around here somewhere. Like those pencils are the coolest thing. Like I wish, like I have to do a weathered build again to use the weathering pencils. But they're normal paints. I haven't used them like too much. Mostly because like I have like other paints I want to get through, like the old Vallejo Airs. But there's lots and lots of AK paints I have that like it's so like pigment dense. Like it's kind of like you could thin it with like a drop of water or thinner or whatever, and you wouldn't lose any of the color coverage, sort of thing if you're painting a big area. Yeah, I love them. Absolutely love them.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I mean, I trip out when I see Cam's work whenever he's doing like a lot of weathering, and he just gets it done so fast.
Yeah, yeah, I know. And like his figure painting is all, I think it's all AK paints as well. And he'll just like go layer by layer and like at the end of it, just a flat clear over it. And it's like the paints blend really well together since they have like, I don't know like why they blend so good, but they do. And like he's able to do like really nice fades and subtle stuff like that as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't know how big the catalog was for AK Interactive. And as I started digging through it and I started to see all these things, and then next thing I get like a magazine and I'm like, man, it's like never ending. Like, where do I begin? You know? So
yeah,
it's like,
it's
all right,
they've kind of been around for a while, hey.
yeah,
It's,
yeah.
So as far as I know, and they just like have built up this huge big like log of stuff that they have. Like the brushes too, are like really good. I have them like right here. These are like my go-to brushes to use with the pencils to like, you know, when you get like a little glob of shavings and a little like a damp brush and you like just mush it until it like changes shape into like paint. It's like it's really hard like to explain, but it's like simple to show. But I don't like have any stuff here ready. But those brushes are like my go-tos. Like this sawtooth thing is like perfect for doing like rust streaks and stuff like that. It's just like touch it once and then blah, and like the whole thing's done. You don't have to overdo it or anything. It's just got enough randomness in there.
That's cool. Is that behind you? Is that your 3D printer and resin?
Yeah, that's the resin up there, like
Oh, damn.
there, and my 3D printer's like under a jumper there, like to keep the light out because I'm not using it. And like this thing is like the cleaning disco box with the UV light in it. And yeah, I haven't used it today. I was like giving it a rest, you know, giving myself a rest as well from like printing stuff, and just like doing some stuff on that Hudson as well, like sanding the body and keeping it nice and clean and not gouging the body, like being impatient.
Yeah. What were your impressions on that Hudson Hornet when you opened it up?
It's so cool. I have it. I'll grab it. This is, I've just taken the flash off the engine bay and like the insides of it, and like the chassis fit so well. Like that's the kit Mobius chassis, like, and then there's the floor pan as well, and it fits so well. Like I didn't need to do like any trimming of these parts. I just plopped it in, and it's really cool. Right now I'm like up to sanding like just some little like areas to get them all flat and all that sort of stuff, and get like gouges I'll put in there out. But this, like, it's so good. I expected it to be like clumpy and clunky and heavy, and like if you threw it at a window it'd break it, but it's not. It's like thin and crisp, which is like just crazy quality. But hopefully I can do like a good job. I removed the trim off the side. I just like sat there for like an hour, like just sanding it really, really smooth in one direction because I didn't want to screw it up. But I did a little bit of like gouges in the body, like there, that I have to fix up. But man, I'm like blown away by like the quality of this. This is my first Jimmy Flintstone resin body, and it's like exceeded my expectations of like how crisp the casting is. Like it still has the badges on its like butt, like the twin power, whatever it says, twin H power. And it's awesome. It's awesome. Like I don't have to chop it. It's already done. Like I don't have to screw up the model kit body, try to like cut it. It's already done for me. Like that's awesome. And thank you for sending it. Thank you. It's I'm really, really enjoying it.
Dude, it looks dope. Yeah, with working with that resin, when you started shooting that primer on there, did you have any issues or did it stick to it pretty good?
No, it's stuck fine. Like I gave this body like a really good wash, like let it soak in like tepid water, and then like scrubbed it all over. It was kind of fun. I like sat there with like, I think it's like my big like cone paintbrush, and I was just working it like an archaeologist, kind of like getting dust off dinosaur bones and stuff. But like, because I've like heard that the mold release can like not play nice with paint. But no, it was fine for me.
And what kind of wheels are you going to be drawing up for that?
Though I'm not sure yet. I've done the we're on video.
Let's see them bust out.
Yeah, I'm too distracted by looking at my own gorgeous face. These ones are I can turn the camera around. Hang on. There we go. How are we doing? These are a two-piece white wall that I drew up with kind of like little ridges around it. And for the hubcap, that's just a place filler, like just a standard kind of 50s or 60s style hubcap. But I'm not sure yet because I'm looking for lots of like different hubcaps online, and there's so many designs out there, so many. So I haven't really decided yet on the ones I'll actually use. But hopefully I can find some that like, inspire me to like draw them up.
Yeah, those look dope, man. I like them. Let's on YouTube. Let me go on the chat. Let's see. We got some questions that we need to answer. So
Righto.
let's see. So shout out to everybody who's watching right now. I see David Guerrero, Armando Flores, Dutch, Bill Koff is on as well. Shout out to you guys. D Block, Eduardo, Snacks. Yo. All right. So Armando, he's asking, he has a couple questions. He's asking me if any of those models in the back are for sale. So so this is just a backdrop pic. It's not like I used to have a lot of these models back then, but they've been long gone, and maybe the Mobius ones are the only ones I kept. But as far as like the Bel Airs and all those are all gone. But if I did have them, that definitely they'll be available. He's asking slowly, what color would you want to paint the Hudson?
I have no idea yet. I really want to like do it traditional custom style, so like non-metallic, kind of a low-key color, like burgundy or like a pastel kind of. Something not too like loud, maybe a yellow, like a cream bone sort of mushroom yellow, or like an off-white would also be cool. But I'm not sure yet. Like taking suggestions of like old school custom cars, like early customs.
Nice. And then Snacks also wanted to know, he has a question as far as like the glass. You know how you're going to be using the Jimmy Flintstone body regarding modifying the glass. Are you gonna have you tried fitting it in as far as modifying, or are you just kind of maybe cut something out, create your own?
No, not yet. Hey, I was looking at it the other day thinking, remember, I think I was talking to you, I was going to use that display tool to like just clean up around the inside of the windows, make them a bit flatter. And then you said like probably better to use a file so you don't like go too hard on it. And that's a good idea. So what I'll do is I think I'll like get it as flat around the windows as possible, and just put some acetate in there. I have some 0.3 millimeter stuff, and I'm just going to chuck that in. Like the windows are fairly flat anyway, I think, so should be okay. Maybe I'll use the stock one for the back window since it's like, kind of curved over. There we go. You can actually see it because it's video. But yeah, so I'll probably do the kit one and the acetate for the rest.
Yeah, maybe. Or I've seen a lot of people use the plastic that they use for like the trays for cookies that they sell at the stores.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, well, that's like, it's the best of both worlds. You get something to use on your models and you get something to like eat. So it's all good.
Yeah, let me bust out the one I'm gonna do. So this is the box art for that. Let me see. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry.
There you go.
53. And then
Yeah, I'll try to like hold it up to like
yeah,
match it.
let me damn.
There we go. That kind of. But no, I'm not used to video. Yeah, is that the one that you were working on?
Yeah, so this is the here. I'm gonna get close because since I have the backdrop, it kind of like you can't even see the model. But let me see what I can do. Oh, here, you know what? I might need to take off that backdrop. I'm thinking because if not, let me see. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you're
So
holding
this
it in
is the
front of you.
stock.
That's a good idea. There you go.
Yeah, this is like this is the stock body, and obviously it's like it's not chopped. The side's like really big, like bulky. And then this is one I had modified like some years back, maybe like 2 years or so. So,
It's been waiting for
I forgot to
you.
show you about the wheels. I put the wheels in the back, but this one here, it here. Can you see it good or I can't really see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
All right. Let me see. Bam. So
It's
this one's
removing the B
it's
pillar
been,
on it like really opens up the cabin on it, eh? Like
yeah,
changes the whole look.
it's been sectioned, and then I added some fenders from you can see it right there. Here, let me back up. Yeah, this is like pretty hard to do it on the camera. It's like reverse.
Yeah, I know it's tricky, eh?
Yeah, man. It's like I should be doing this on my phone. Like, but the bottom fit, and I was kind of creating my own like I don't know, like interior, like floor. Here, let me take this off here. Oh, the wheels fell off, but it's just styrene. It's not even glued
Yeah.
yet.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
you know, it's just to get the shape of it or whatever. I'm still
Yeah.
here we go. Still working on it or whatever. But I don't know. The other day I sent you some photos with the mock-up for the stance of it, you know. But my thing was for this to fit inside, so it does. So this way I can use it. Other than that, I mean, it was gonna be a curbside, but then I was like, you know what? Let me try to add, you know, the bottom pieces in here, even if I have to
Yeah.
push it in more because the car is sectioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes from
Yeah,
there.
and you'll have to like either cut down or make your own like interior side panels too, hey?
Yeah.
And stuff like everything inside like that.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna mess with my background right now. I'm gonna see. I mean, there's nothing behind me. I'm like in the dining room. Let me
I
see if
guess
I
it's
could-
like picking up like the special color it's selected for the like green screen effect, hasn't it?
yeah. Let me see video background. All right. Bam. No. Blur. Let's see, none. There we go. All right, here we go. All right, let me get rid of that. The lights. All right. I'll get rid of this bag. This is like a Christmas bag right here. All right.
It's coming up quick, isn't it?
There we go. There we go. You can see it a lot
Yeah.
better now. So let me bam. There we go.
Yeah, and the front fenders, like, what were they from? I completely forgotten.
It's a Chevy truck, like a pickup truck.
Right. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
That's like that little bit of flair gives it like that tiny little line of flair across the front wheel arch gives it like 10 times the aggression that it had with like the stock ones. It's like on the stock ones, it's just like kind of it has that kind of where the trim ends. I'm gonna like fade that in, but like adding that flair across the side like gave it so much aggression.
Damn, there we go.
Especially changing the shape where it's more swept back.
Yeah,
yours.
like I wanted the lip to like stick out right there, like a little bit, because I did see it how it was just flat. Here, this is the stock one, and then I also got rid of that like side trim.
The big trim piece, yeah.
Yeah. But if I turn it around, this is the sanded part. You could see the part where I cut it.
Or did you cut it like along the?
Yeah.
I love having like two of the same model to talk with. Did you
Yeah,
cut it along where that attaches there.
It was just right here in the front. It was just a square that I cut out.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, yep.
And then I just glued it in, and it was just a bunch of sanding. Let's see underneath. You could probably see it right there. I mean, I could always clean that up, you know, but I don't know, this body was just more like experimenting, you know. I was just like, you know, I have an extra body, so why not cut this one up, you know?
Yeah. If all goes to pot, you've still got the stock.
Yeah. One. So we'll see where it goes. I mean, I had mocked up with these wheels, but who knows? I don't even know if I'll even use these wheels. I might not. I mean, these are the ones that always get used all the time. But
are they Chevy one? Or?
Nah, I think these are the caps from a Cadillac.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense with like the custom guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here. Damn. But yeah, I mean, Cam already finished his, and obviously, like, you're working on yours. I'm gonna work on this one right here. You know. Yeah, and then the nose.
Yeah, it's like
I'm gonna fill in that little. You see the nose?
Oh yeah, for the trim that like slots in there. Yeah,
like the hood. I need to fill in the hood, that little gap right there.
Yeah. I'm unsure what I'll do with the front of the one over here, but like seeing yours like really like with the front thinned out, like the catfish like mouth in it. It's like it's giving me like lots of ideas. And will you think you'll like run bumpers on it still once it's all together?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna definitely put a front bumper, but I've been kind of just looking at what I have at home, like in my stash. Who knows, I might change the front end, you know. I don't know. I just gotta see. After seeing like all the stuff that Crow Customs does, it's very inspiring to like want to like switch it up, you know.
Yeah, for sure. His work with like the headlights and stuff, and didn't he like cast a bunch of like the headlights or something like that?
Yeah,
that's the kind of thing that like non-traditional like later customs like kind of with double headlights and like I think it's like Plymouth Fury kind of like the double headlights are like slanted down to look all evil and all that sort of stuff. I love that stuff. That's really cool.
Yeah,
he does some great work, that fella. Great work out there in the UK.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, I like what he's doing, and I'm kind of like, man, you know, should I just mod this up a little more, go a little bit more out, you know, and I just got to see if I have like some bumpers and things that I really like, I'll most likely will do it, you know, I'll go for it for sure.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them, like they'll use, I don't know if it's a Mercury bumper or not, but it's just like ribbed all the way across. It's like 4 tubes or whatever, or like 4 ripples in this bumper that like goes all the way around, and it's more flat than the stock one. It's kind of like, you know how the stock ones are kind of like, they're more bubbly. It's like, you know, they bulb out more a little bit. There's these other ones I saw. I think Steve Butte, he designed some to use on one of his models, and I've been like fascinated with that style of bumper because it just looks like extruded like siding for like an RV or something, like, you know, the big bits of trim the cars used to have. It looks like that, and like somebody's bent it to the shape of the front of their car. And I'm sure they have a like specific name, but like I've been loving those custom like touches on stuff like that. That if you just blink at it, you kind of won't notice. You got to look like a bit closer to like see all like, you know, those tiny little changes and stuff. But it's been fun. It's been really fun learning about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's a trip, man. Like all the different things that people create. It's like there's just so much freedom, you know, and experimentation that could be done in that genre of builds right there.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Do you have your CRX with you?
Yeah. Let me put on my my MJ glove, so I don't get like fingerprints all over it.
Yeah, bust out. I'm like excited to see that build that you did right there. Thing came out dope. Let's check it out.
Okay, hang on, I'll turn the camera around and then adjust that to look there. How's that light? There we go. That's a little better. Is it in focus? I put the glove on and I'm touching it with my ungloved hand.
Yeah, it's in focus. I'm gonna let you talk. That way it zooms in on you.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, this is I can't even remember the brand. I think it's either Fujimi or Hasegawa. It's probably Fujimi. Might be Tamiya. I don't remember. But this is a CRX kit. We did as part of, I think it was like you and me and Cam and David, Yapo or Japo over in Italy, I think it is. And this is what I chose to do, was like it's got like some crustiness, like flaked paint over it, and everything that can be like bolted to the car as far as panels go is carbon fiber. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but it's got some like lines through it, and like I wanted to mix, like if somebody found like a CRX that was like close to being scrapped, like it's all rusty and crap, they just like got a bunch of bolt-on parts to like, you know, go messing around on the highway to speed around. So like everything that can be bolted onto the car, like doors, bonnet, front fenders, sunroof cover, and the boot or the trunk is carbon fiber wrapped in Zoom-on carbon fiber. Which was like a lot easier than I thought it would be, but like these are just flat sort of panels. Like, you know, it could have been a lot harder. Like the hardest part was getting this front area right in front of the front wheel well, because it's all like changes shape around there. But yeah, no, it was really fun, and 3D printed wheels and tires and zoom on decals for the tires, and the zoom on like muffler tip. You got to rep that if you got like a loud little farting Honda. And they also did the like a window mask that like worked out pretty well. I think that's why it's so bright. There we go. But yeah, like I used Cam's kind of method that he showed of like chipping. I think he just like splodges on with a paintbrush a mixture of orange, red, and yellow, I think it is, or just, you know, orange, red, and brown rust colors. Then he airbrushes on a chipping medium, lets it dry, and then uses water to like kind of splodge off the color coat that you put over the rust colors. And then there you go, you can kind of see it like pop up there. Red probably wasn't the smartest color to use like on top of rust colors because it all kind of blends in, but you can kind of see it there. But yeah, Cam was really helpful with it, and like showing me how he does his like rusting method. There we go. It's really hard to see my screen. But yeah, that's one of like I was happy to like get done, because, you know, Cam did his usual like finish it in 5 minutes thing and like left us all in the dust. And but yeah, it was cool to get this one done for sure. I'm pretty happy with it. I can't wait to do another like Honda like this like one gun style. I've forgotten the word we were using for it. Kanjo, the Kanjo Zoku, like, you know, highway gang. Which I think it'd be like, you know, you guys would like pop up in your nice like clean Hondas, and then there's like me and the jalopy, like, you know, rocks up, parts falling off, but ready to rock. But yeah, that's that build. I was really happy with how that came out. Now it's got fingerprints all over it.
Dude, you did a great job on it, man. You got down. I really like the way it came out, especially with the carbon fiber, and then just like those rusted areas on the car.
Yeah, there was two things I was like pretty intimidated by, was doing the rust method and doing carbon fiber. So I kind of figured like I'll just do them both on this one build. It kind of suits the theme, and like now I have more practice, and I'm not like scared of doing it. Like I have the practice now. You know, it just took that one sort of like really good reason to do it, which was like the build up with you guys. Blind. But yeah, it was fun, and like seeing you guys building them too and getting them together. Like your one is just like, it's like, I forget what color you did the wheels. It was bronze, wasn't it?
Yes.
And,
yeah, bronze wheels.
Yep, and then black, and then it's got your big like Scar Riders decal down the side. That's like really like boom, like in your face. Like I like that. That's cool.
No.
It's like I can just imagine it rolling down the road, and you hear that, brrrr, and then you see the car. It's like, oh yeah, so the noise matches the car.
No, it was funny because like at first, working on the chassis, putting the whole car together, I really liked the stance, but then I don't know, for some reason I just went down this rabbit hole of having to like destroy the bottom and redo it. And next thing you know, I'm like, dude, I think I put the brakes facing the wrong way. This isn't right. And I just had to go back to the manual and look at it again. And then I went, okay, this is where I screwed up. So I don't know, a lot of parts got thrown away, And I was just like,
I did the same thing.
This is gonna be curbside, whatever. Like I want it.
Yeah.
I want the overall look, the stance. I could care less about the bottom. I don't care.
That's it. Hey, like on this one, I'll pick it up without gloves. I'm taking pictures of it. Like on this one, the tires, the wheels, they're directional, and so if they're directional, the brakes have to be directional as well. So and like I sat there for like half an hour, like going, okay, this one goes with this goes with this tire goes with this wheel goes with this brake, and like by the end of it, I'm like, I can't even be bothered to like mount them. Like, and it's like, the dirty underside of the car, like there's nothing in there. Like, it's just, I got the stance down. The chassis is not even painted. I just did exactly what I wanted. I like, got the stance and I got the look, and that's all I cared about for it. Because like, it's a rabbit hole, like you said, you can like, kind of, let it overtake you, trying to get everything proper and everything right. And at the end of the day, if you're not having fun doing that, you might as well just like glue the wheels up in the guards, call it done. And, it's just a fun model to like, you experience stuff and you learn stuff, particularly about like other car cultures and stuff like that. See, like I can like wear it on my thumb. There's no like engine in there. And it's like, it's basically like just a fancy finger puppet now. But yeah, no, like you said, like, I just kind of did what I want, and like, I kind of like got to a stage where I'm like, it might not be the most accurate or lovely model, but I had fun with it, and I'm like proud of what I did do on it, sort of thing. And I think a lot of that comes from like, Cam being a really good influence on me, like since like knowing the dude and learning how he builds and stuff like that. I've dropped a lot of like worrying over the little things and that sort of thing. So it's been really good to like finish stuff, and like not worry about that kind of thing. Just focus on, the stance and the overall look, and just kind of not worrying about the small stuff.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I mean, regarding like the carbon fiber that you used from Zuman, was that like the first time you ever used carbon fiber to apply onto a model?
Yes. I had some before, and I like cut it out, but like then I just didn't want to use it. I like lost my nerve. But I think I have it here. This is the one. I don't know if that's backwards.
No, it looks right.
It's the Type A, carbon decal A, from Zoom On, and you can see like where I will cut it out. And there's still plenty left. But yeah, though, that was the first time, and the first time kind of really using a lot of the micro set and solve. I was surprised how like forgiving that stuff is. I thought it would be like the set, fine, you put it on first, but I was like kind of afraid of the sole, because I've heard it like can be aggressive and that sort of stuff. But the decals held up really well with it. Like I didn't tear any or break any or anything like that. I was really surprised how little I screwed up with that stuff.
Yeah, damn. Let's go to the chat. Cam's in. What's up, Cam?
Hey, Cam.
And then Armando he wants to know if you can show us the black car that someone gave you, the one you recently got. You got a recent gift.
Oh, yeah. I'd have to go and get it. Because I completely forgot about it. So I'll be like 1 minute.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll entertain everybody real quick. I'm gonna do some magic real quick. All right, dudes, check it out. Now I'm joking. But hey, I hope you guys are doing good. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. Who do we have? Snacks. Man, isn't it kind of late for you on your end? Or maybe it's midnight. I don't know. We'll see. What are you guys up to though? Are you guys building models right now? Or are you guys just kind of hanging out, chilling? Please let me know in the chat. If you guys have any questions too, please drop a line on there on the chat. Shout outs to you guys for tuning in. And we're just waiting on Casey to come back real quick. He's going to show us a model that he just recently received as a gift. Is a really awesome model. Oh, here he is.
Now, I'm out of space on my bench. I don't want to drop it. I super don't want to drop it. Let me just move.
Dude, that thing looks
up.
dope. From seeing the photos, let's see. We're gonna see it live right now. I'm gonna let you speak, so this way it zooms in on it when you bring it out right now.
Okay, right. Yeah, I just gotta put my little glove on. There we go. Come on. Okie dokie. I put it on wrong. Whoops. Okay. That's what I get for rushing. And I'll turn the camera around. It doesn't work when I'm using the gloves. Okay. This is like my most favorite thing I own. This is a build by Luke, Lead City Customs. Look at that. It's just insane. A lot of like custom bodywork on this, like the back and the front, which I'll like reposition and show you. It's a Skyline, if you couldn't tell, but the main thing I was so amazed with is the paint on it is just like flawless. And I forgot to mention in the video I did, there's no clear coat on this. There's like none at all. It's just straight paint. And how he got it that reflective and that gorgeous is like beyond me. It's just like incredible. He's using Aoshima wheels on it, and like you can see how like the reflection, it just like the car's shape doesn't want to show up. That's why it's on like, it looks good on a white background. But yeah, no, like it's got dust on it from me like breathing on it and looking at it and stuff like that. But yeah, it's Luke has mastered this color. I think it's just insane. No clear coat. I like want to say that again. Like, you know, it's insane. Like you'd have to see this in person. The black looks about 10 feet deep, and it's like got just like this density to it that I don't usually see on like black cars. But yeah, he was nice enough to send this out. And he said he would do another build for me in this same style, which I'm really looking forward to. So he's got like a custom grill and that sort of stuff, and like billet style. It's just Luke's style. You know, like Lead City Custom style is like low black bumpers and front ends and stuff, and just like, you know, black that's about 100 feet deep. It's insane. I can't get over it. I have this on the shelf. Like as soon as I wake up, I can see this, just because I love it so much. And I'll put it really carefully down, and I'll be really precious about it because I don't want to drop it.
Yeah, that's dope. Thanks for sharing. I was gonna ask at the back, is that the gas cap? That's like on the trunk, on the corner somewhere.
Yeah, that's a Skyline thing, I think.
Okay.
I'll take a minute.
There we go.
Yeah, that's the.
Oh yeah, I've never seen it like that popping out on a model. That's dope.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like other people like, you know, would have like shaved it off and made it all smooth or something, but it's kind of like a feature like you know, Marilyn Monroe's like mole on her face, like the beauty spot sort of thing. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But yeah, that's like a prized possession that's like never gonna leave me. I think it's like just insanely special. And thank you, Luke, for like, you know, trusting me with it.
That's dope.
You know,
Is Luke from Australia as well?
yeah, yep. Luke, I think lives in Western, South Australia or something like that.
Mm.
So he's a little far away. We've never like been able to like meet in person or anything like that, but hopefully someday.
Yeah. So on Instagram, if you guys want to check them out, look up Lead City Customs.
Yep, he does some amazing stuff, and I also bought out this one from Cam to see. He sent me this one like when we were talking about like the Kanjo like Hondas and stuff like that, and I think like this is just like so clean. Like it's just you know just cam build, you know, clean and like got all the details proper, and it's like gives me like a really good idea of like you know the main points of this car, which is you know the black wheels, the stance, and you know the windshield, the thing. There's a spoon, and it's all like what do you call it? Like stripped out inside, just the one seat for them, and the gauges on the dash and stuff like that. And thank you again, Cam, for this. Like I really like this. You can see the window is kind of like rolled down. Probably because the inside of the car would smell like race fuel, you know, from going up and down the highway. But yeah, I want to show that one too, and like how much I appreciate having like other people's builds and stuff like that. To be able to see and like, you know, hold them and see like the really nice work they do. There's like some of those silver stickers on the side there that say like VTEC and Honda and stuff. Just some like really nice details on this one. But yeah, that's what I also like really love. They sit together on a shelf because they're like two of my favorite ones.
Man, that thing is clean right there from Cam. I had never seen that one before. Like, that's dope. That's what.
Yeah, neither had I. Like I can't remember what he said. He sent me something, and then that was in there, and I'm like, oh, sugar. Yeah, and I was like, dang, well, that's awesome. Like, you know, he kind of understands how like important that kind of stuff is.
Yeah.
You know, at least to me, is like being able to like see stuff up close and all that. But yeah, I'm really appreciative of those guys to like, you know, send me that stuff to see in person. Because especially being so far away, we don't get to like go to shows together or meet up or anything like that. It's really nice to see their builds and be trusted with them. Like, you know, that's why I got to be like so careful, like picking them up and putting them down. But yeah, I love that thing so much.
That's cool. I'm checking in the chat. Luke is in the house. I see him right here.
Hey, Luke, thank you for the build.
That's dope.
We're all enjoying it.
Yeah, man.
Enjoy.
I mean, I'm tripping out. That car's so shiny and it's not even clear coated.
Yeah, isn't it bonkers? Like it's crazy. And he's doing another one now that is in the style of that Charger from the Dukes of Hazzard one. General Lee. He's doing a Skyline in that style. And I did up some wheels for him, and he's already like blowing it out of the park. Like it's already looking super cool with his custom work, and you know, there's just like zero ghosting and all that sort of stuff. It's just amazing.
Damn, that's nuts. Yeah, I was looking at his Instagram and just seeing like the fabrication of the interior and just like the scratch building. Everything just looks like it just fits like together, you know?
Yeah. It's like a plastic like Mansa. Like instead of like necromancer, he's like a plastic Mansa. He just like, you know, bends us to his will and that sort of stuff. And ever since I've known him, he's like been like building full custom chassis and using sheet styrene for stuff that's just mind blowing. He was featured in a book by our friend Dr. Cranky, Virgil. I think it was, Luke, you'd have to remind me what the builds were. I know they were black. One of them, I think, was an Impala, like a 90s Impala that he cut down into a ute and stuff like that. But yeah, he's like got this really long history of model building. People should definitely check out his page if they can, because like the level of work is just bonkers. You know, I always strive to build like Luke.
Right on. Hey, Armando's requesting you show us your T-shirt that you're rocking.
Oh, right. Okay. This is Wasabi Cars Daniel. Had this piece commissioned. It's by Mame Ozizo. MAME_OZIZO on Instagram. They do these really cool like characters of cars. This one is a road pacer, Mazda road pacer, which is also a Holden Kingswood. And Dan had this done up. Really, really special. There's a color version as well. You should also check out Dan's page, Wasabi Cars Official. But like this, I love this artwork. It's like the coolest like niche thing. It's like a Japanese Australian car that was drawn by a Japanese dude for an Australian dude, which is like, it's like full circle. But yeah, that's who I'm rocking today is Wasabi Cars. Shout out to Dan. But yeah, I love it.
That's cool. And then you also have some original art pieces by that artist too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make you like tear those from the wall. You're like, hey, here it is. But maybe in your stories later you could share.
Yeah, for sure. Like the dude does like his regular car art. That's like the main thing, and he does this thing where every now and then he'll do like a fun little doodle just to like practice or something like that. And I got one of those off him. Like I bought it as an original piece, and just because like it was just fun. It was just like silly, It's a wheel and like a cat. That's it. It's just like the total like Japan thing. It's like they love cats and they like wheels, and like I'm like, damn, I need that. I think it's really cool to have like an original art piece like from an artist like that, for sure.
Oh, that's pretty dope, man. So like the models, how does it feel displaying, ones you've built, but also with the ones that you've gotten as gifts from other builders?
Oh, I love them like 10 times more than my own builds. Like, I have them like, most of them are like separate where I can fit them, and I can go like, this is a gallery of like, things people have sent me that I've like made like, real connections with people. And like, so when I look at the model, I'm like, wow, that's such a cool model. And then like, it gives me like, the memories of like, that person is so cool. And, that kind of thing. And like, all the memories of that. And like, I keep all my stickers with those builds as much as I can. From like sticker trades, it's like kind of the same thing. You made like a good connection. And but with the builds, it's like the next level. I'm like, oh damn, this person like trusts me enough and wants me to see their work, like sees value in me seeing their work, and all the good things that come with like having friendships and connections like that. Through the whole model scene is just otherworldly. Like I'd much rather look at everyone else's builds in person and remember like all the good times I've had with these people than remember all the good times I've had building models of my own. Like it's I think it's more important than like a different kind of important, maybe not more important, but like it's like a social kind of, you belong to a group, kind of thing, and you have these really like important connections with people through something creative, and like, and their builds are like, super cool. Like, so, I can look at like super cool stuff whenever I want. And it's like, it's like really rewarding to have a constant reminder of such a like a dope thing I belong to, which is the model car community, for sure.
Let's see. David is also on right now. I see him in the chat. Shout outs to David all the way in Spain.
Oh, I said Italy, didn't I? Sorry, Spain. Sorry, David. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. Oh, good, man. Let's see who else is on here. So we got Luke, and then yeah, we got a lot of people on here. That's dope, man. Thanks for you guys for tuning in on that right there. And what do you got plans for this weekend as far as like building? Are you like thinking of just kind of chilling this weekend or drawing up some wheels?
I'm not sure. I've got tons of stuff to do, like in the model like area, but the Hudson, of course. I 3D'd up. I drew up some parts to use on the engine of that. The distributor you saw before, and some like plug boots. So I might do a little bit of that. I have so much stuff like lying around here. I I have these. I really want to paint them at some point. This is from Kuton Sculpts, Kuton Sculpts, and it's a mono bike. If you can't tell, it's like a little motorcycle with one big wheel, and it's a 3D print, of course, and it's in white primer, so it's really difficult to see. And it comes with a rider. And then I want to paint these up at the same time in the same sort of livery. There's another motorcycle from him that's all futuristic. And I had to print it pretty small, like, because I printed this in one piece on my printer. And the idea is that I want to do, like, they all belong to the same sort of like company type thing. There's a third one. It's a rocket turbine bike with lots of exhaust pipes and stuff. And it's got like old school vibes. And I really want to do them as like they belong to the same sort of like company sort of thing, like livery type deal. That's what I'm thinking anyway, but I might look at those, I might not. I just kind of at this point like collecting them and printing them up and putting them on the shelf. But yeah, other than that, I'll probably be rocking the Hudson engine stuff and looking at pictures of wheels, which is like 90% of what I do. When I'm sitting around. But yeah, that's about it for me. How about you? Are you gonna get to that you were talking about before, the GTR that you wanted to polish up?
Yeah. So I mean, this week over here for a lot of people, they're gonna be celebrating, the holiday with Thanksgiving. People are gonna be traveling, visiting, loved ones, or some are just gonna be chilling. I know I'll be, visiting my family, but then we're gonna come back same day. So I mean, I still got the rest of the the days of the weekend to chill with my with my little daughter and my fiance. So I'm just thinking like, all right, I'm gonna have all this time at night to work on models,
Yeah.
And I mean, lately it's been kind of hard. Like I want to work on something, but by the time I get to the bench, it's already too late, like late at night, and I'm quite tired, so I'm not able to do it. And I'll have days off, so I'll be able to work on stuff. But from looking at my bench, when I see my models that are displayed, the ones that are undone, the one that stands out the most right now for me is the blue GTR. And the only thing holding that build back from it being completed right now is just polishing the clear. That's it. And I don't know, like last night for some reason I just started binge watching YouTube videos on polishing, and it was fun. It was nice just seeing the different methods that people do. And I mean, I've done it before with the sanding pads, and all that, but I kind of want to take the plunge on using like a polishing pad on a Dremel. That's the one thing I have not done, and I guess there's like a part of me that wants to do it, and another part of me that's kind of like, why don't you just stick to the pads and do it, by hand? But when you see someone doing it on a Dremel and you see, the outcome, you're like blown away. You're like, man, I want my car, the body to at least be like that. So I feel like once that body is polished, then everything else is just going to be assembled, because everything else is ready. The interior is done. I mean, obviously it does not have no engine, and the glass, the outline, everything's already painted black. So it's just about assembling pretty much the whole car. The wheels are ready. Everything's ready to go. It's just I'm just lagging on that part. So hopefully, I'll get some time at night to just take my time and like polish it and start putting it together. Yeah. So I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, no, that's cool how you got your self hyped up by watching all the polishing videos, stuff like that. I suppose it's the first GTR you've done, isn't it? So maybe it can be the first time also for using the Dremel or whatever. Really carefully. I can imagine if a bit gets caught on the wide body, you just go flink across the room and
I know.
take paint and clear with it and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I have a like one of the Dremels I have right now. It's by GIC, and it's USB powered, and I could put it on a really like a low setting. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I feel like that that particular Dremel will be safe for a kid. But obviously, from seeing all these tutorials, it's like don't stay on one spot. Like you gotta.
yeah, yeah. Don't like sit there and like push it into like whatever and put a big hole through it. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, we'll see what's up. But I was telling you earlier that I have a purple 49 Merc, a Revell, and that car was painted with House of Color uh, pearl and purple, and then I cleared it with the House of Color clear, the show clear, and I never polished the car. I just kind of assembled it, and I was like, all right, it's ready. So that car, I'm planning on taking it apart, removing the glass, removing the lights, everything, just taking everything
Yeah,
off. And even if I take something off and it peels the paint, I don't know, whatever happens because of the glue, I want to do it. Even it's gonna probably be the car I'm gonna have to sacrifice. And I
yeah,
kind of want to. I also want to give that like a practice run, like with the Dremel, just to experiment like the speeds and how much pressure to apply on the car.
yeah,
And if something happens, oh well,
yeah,
but
yeah.
if
Well, that
things go,
clear on it would probably be like really hard, wouldn't it? And like safe to kind of
Mhm.
experiment on.
Yeah, and if things go well, then damn, I'll be happy and celebrating, and then moving on to the rest of the cars.
Yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, gosh, yes. Yeah, I've heard that clear is like pretty serious stuff, the House of Color stuff. So you could probably, you know, you could like tape off sections and use like, different speeds and grits and pressures and all that sort of stuff or whatever.
Mhm.
And just like go nuts like with it. It's it's nice to like you're not like precious about old builds enough that you'll go, oh no, I could never take a part off it. Like I struggle with that, like my old builds. Like I'd like to rebuild them and like do things
Mhm.
like that, like try new stuff out. Um and like but I like look at them and I'm like, oh, but it's already finished. I already finished
Yeah.
it once and I don't want to have to finish twice, kind of thing. But maybe further down the line, I can do something like that. But that sounds like a good idea, like getting like a sacrificial car to like offer up to like the model gods. Be like,
Yeah.
you please let it work and that sort of
Um,
stuff.
please let me. Yeah, there
Yeah,
there's like some cars that I have that I feel like I need to. I mean, they're already done. They've been done, but I need to like revisit them just to probably do like a wheel swap or just to like fix some areas that at that time when I was doing it, I just
yeah,
didn't know or wasn't really aware. And now I'm noticing them. Um,
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
damn,
yeah.
I need to definitely fix this right here.
I
Yeah.
feel that a lot with like some of my old builds with BMF on them. I never like scribed around the trim. So like the knife would like wave and wobble around. Like on that blue, the four door, I think it's a Ford, the lowrider from ages ago. You know how it has that really long piece of trim all the way down the body. If I did that again, if I redid it, I'd like scribe around it, just so when I cut the BMF, it has a nice clean line to like disappear into, instead of being all like wavy gravy all over the place. But like when I see stuff like that, I'm like, well, I don't want to have to redo it. I'll just now I know for the next time, I do that kind of thing. Because I'm like, if I take apart one, I'll be unstoppable. I'll just take them all apart, just like harvest the parts or whatever, to redo them. But yeah, it's a really good idea, for sure, because like there's not as much at stake as an old build. You had your fun, it's done. Oh, pardon me. So if it messes up, it messes up. Who really cares? But yeah, I'm there with you. I'm like looking at old builds and stuff like that for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Imagine if I did the polishing live on here, and then as I'm doing it, I'm all shaking, I'm all yelling. Ah, no,
You'll just like hook onto your Dremel and like go like that.
they're spinning. Man, that'd be crazy. Yeah, I
So I was so
mean,
scared like holding those models before because it's like
hmm,
live, and if I drop them, that's live.
damn, no going
Oh
back.
god.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, I pretty much got everything to go. It's just me doing, I just gotta just take that plunge. I almost feel like that feeling of like going to a pool and like not like you know how to swim, but not really. Like you can swim, but not long distance.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and you're just like standing on the edge and you're like, all right, I'm gonna jump on the in the 6 feet deep. And then they're like, nah, you gotta go to the 13. And you look down at
Yeah.
the water, you're looking down and you're like, fuck, I don't even know. I don't know what's 13. I don't know how if I'm gonna hit the ground or what's going on,
Yep. Oh god, yeah, yeah. We used to
And
have to
everyone and
sports teach
everyone's
us
like,
for
hurry
swimming to
up.
do that.
Everyone's like, come on, jump. And I gotta do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's just like you just got to take the plunge. That's it.
Yeah.
And so, whatever, you'll either get it right or you'll learn how to not do it the next time, I suppose.
Yeah. Jump in and doggy paddle the way out. Nah.
Yeah, always used to have to like be near the edge of the pool. So like, no, because if I'm stuck in the middle of the pool, there's nothing to grab to, sir. And then
Yeah.
I'd be like swimming next to the thing, holding the edge of the pool. They'd be like, no, swim in the water. And I'll be like, I am in the water. I'm already in here. And stuff like that. They're like, no, swim properly. But it's like this is that exact thing. I think I felt the same way with the carbon fiber. It's like if I screw it up, I screw it up, but like I'll have learned. I've jumped in the deep end and like I did the easy parts first, like the flat part, like the sunroof, and the doors on that Honda, because like they're just flat. That's all. It's like all I have to focus on is cutting it out like with the blade or scissors accurately, and that's it. It just started small. But yeah, I feel you like on the trying the new things, and especially with like the power tools. The only one I use these days is that like display one, and even then I've like gone a bit too far with them, and like messed stuff up. But mostly it's been for like hollowing out like the backs of prints and stuff like that, because I can't really screw that up too much, because if it breaks I can just print another one. But yeah, it's been like a bit of a year for new things, I think, so far, like with carbon and weathering, and you've like last year as well, you've like got into the Japanese cars like Skylines and Hondas and that sort of thing, and it's like jumping into a whole new sort of era of like building it, just like, oh, that looks cool, I'll give that a go, and those kind of things. But yeah, it's awesome. It's really cool to like, especially when you've got like people to help you through it, like Cam, and stuff like that, who's really willing to share, their methods and stuff like that. Because I wouldn't have guessed in 100 years how he did his like weathering thing if I didn't see it. Like, never. And he like made a video, and I could see him do it in real time, which was really cool. Really cool. I don't think I'd have tried it if like I didn't get to see that, because I'd just be still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, you're right. Like I was following Chris that's out from the UK, and he's one of the Aoshima ambassadors.
Yep.
Yeah. And he goes by Kit Builder Chris. And I
Yep.
noticed like, he on one of his posts, he was focusing on like the engine work of his build. And he builds a lot of Aoshima kits, and I mean they look amazing, they look awesome. But we all know they don't really have too much details like on the engine and all that. But I mean this dude's work is dope. But I was talking to him about the engine, and I was going, man, you're killing it, and he was just telling me that now he's starting to focus a lot more on engine work and detail, which is great because it's it's like it's obviously promoting like growth and wanting to like
Yeah.
take that next like step. And I feel like that with a lot of people that were following on Instagram. We're seeing people stepping out of their comfort zones and trying something else, just like busting out, attempting a different type of paint job, or whether detail, or even like a car that they normally don't even do, and they're just like they want to try it out, see what's up.
Yeah, like Mr. Crow Custom getting his Celica, Celica. I can't wait to see what he does with that, because he's like makes those really clean customs, and if he's applying that to the Celica, then it's gonna like turn out really nice. And with Chris, I think was that the AE86 engine that he added plug boots to. I think it was. Yeah, it's like it's amazing to see like people like taking the leap and that sort of thing. And with the Aoshima kits, like when they do have an engine, I think they have a couple of engines in some of their kits, but it is rare. And like when you see people like taking the leap to like detail them up, it's really cool. Especially dude like Chris, who's like moving so fast, like through the kits he does. It's so cool to see. Absolutely awesome to see.
Yeah, no, yeah, because I mean, there's just so much content now. If you think of like back then, it wasn't as rapid like every day.
Yeah,
you
yeah, absolutely. It's like every time you see like someone, you get to join in on someone like celebrating these big leaps and bounds or like learning new things. And it's like, it's nonstop. Like there's all this like positivity and learning and sharing. And I feel like with stuff like this live thing, like, it's imagine like people in like modeling in the 60s and 70s saying, yeah, you can talk to your friend in LA or in Australia, in real time, live with a chat with everyone else and stuff like that. They go, no, you're nuts. That'll never happen. We like meet once a month, and talk about our models and go back to our garages and hide away. But now it's like, it's like you said, there's just so much content and there's so much to learn and see. And it's definitely made me want to try more stuff. I think one example is with this Hudson engine, I did like the little 3D plug boots for the ignition wires to stick into the top of the head cover. The person I saw do that was Martin, Stoke Models, on his, what was it? I think it was his Jaguar. He did the distributor, and then I think it was separate parts with like the plug boot ends, like, they were angled and go down into the distributor. And the wires come out of those. I saw him do that and I'm like, whoa, I got to try that. That's awesome. I was like, it just kind of spurred me on to like want to try even more stuff. And there's just like every time I see on Instagram or YouTube, I get like struck with that. And there's like an endless amount of stuff I want to try. It's like it's never ending for sure.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like I mean, everyone's blown away when they see his work. Like it just looks very realistic, and
yeah.
That's a trip. I didn't know that was the inspiration behind that right there.
Yeah, there's so many, like just about every single like 3D thing I've done or tried to push myself with has been inspired by someone like that. Or someone like producing stuff that I want to see if I can do it, just to see if I can. It's like a separate part of the hobby, like if I saw something like, a styrene engineer, I think you've had him on the show, haven't you? At some point, maybe. But he makes these awesome things out of styrene and like engine hoists and, all sorts of stuff. And when I see stuff like that and I like look over at my pile of styrene, like giving it the evil eye going, I really want to try this stuff, I want to have a go at like flat sheet styrene, super duper scratch building, realistic stuff. I want to have a go at like emulating that and 3D stuff and, all that sort of stuff. It's like an endless source of like motivation and inspiration. And, you can ask pretty much any of these people and they'll like be stoked to be able to say, oh, this is how I did it. You should have a go at it and all that sort of stuff. And it's like the opportunity is there, I think, a lot more than it used to be. Not for any like attitude changes, more because we're so much more connected now in the model scene, especially using apps like Instagram and stuff like that. And, moving away from forums, which were so like segmented, like there were so many different forums. Now it's kind of conglomerated, for better or worse, to the one app. So we're all here and we get to see like so much more stuff. It's really, really, really exciting for the future of models, I think, how connected we all are now.
Yeah, I thought I always think like what's gonna happen when Instagram's gone and all this stuff, like are we just gonna be in the same room digitally somewhere?
yeah, that's I was thinking that before because like Twitter's having some issues, whatever's going on at Twitter, people are leaving it. And I was thinking like if the model builders on there, which a lot of like the Japanese model builders are on Twitter, rather than Instagram, from what I've seen. Maybe they'll migrate over to like Instagram, and we'll see a lot more of those dudes over here. Or maybe something happens with Instagram, and like, you know, we all go to Twitter. I think there's always going to be, now that we've tasted this kind of centralized kind of thing where we're all together, we'll just be looking for the next one if something goes wrong. And you know, I don't like, it is like worrying, like maybe we will like lose like, you know, some content and stuff like that. But I think at the end of the day, once we have like that situated kind of place like Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, then we'll be fine. You know, everyone will just migrate towards there slowly, like through word of mouth or whatever. And but yeah, it's cool. It's like, I wish there was a way to easily like automatically like download someone's like posts onto my computer, so if something does happen with Instagram, I can go back and like look at them all, and instead of having to like right click and save every single one of them, because there's so many posts in my saved gallery on Instagram that I go back to and look at from time to time. But yeah, who knows? Hey, like hopefully, like, you know, the party's just getting started. You know,
Yeah,
it hasn't been too long, for sure, in the scheme of things.
yeah. David was he's saying on the chat the metaverse, and I'm thinking about the model verse. Nah.
Yeah, we could like, you know, have like all these cameras looking down, and people can like get real close and like look at what we're doing.
Damn.
And stuff
That'd
like
be
that.
crazy.
That'd be
Yeah.
sick. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you know, I've been seeing because I go on Twitter like every day just to like see what people are posting, but because there is a lot of model builders that are in Japan, that their spot is Twitter. But I have seen some of them making that transition into Instagram, and when I go on their page or I start following them on Twitter, I check their bio, and a lot of times their bio link is their Instagram link.
Oh, okay, right, yep.
And
That's awesome.
there's one cat from Japan who I talk to pretty often. I chat with them, and back then I would ask him, "Hey, are you on Instagram?" And he would be like, "No." And I was like, "Why don't you get on? That'd be dope. Like, there's a lot of people I think you would connect with, you know." And dude was like, "Nah, like it's just Twitter." And just recently, not too long ago, he's on Instagram now. And
Hell yeah.
yeah,
You
like
wore him down.
yeah. I kept asking him, and like, I mean, we're connected on there, but I did see that he is also following other people that we have, like, you know, like friends with and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, dope.
Yeah. Awesome. It's I love to think of it like model building, like we're all evil supervillains trying to like spread this like, you know, disease, and like the disease is model building, and we'll go to like any lengths to like, you know, get people into it and like drag them in, and that sort of thing. And you know, anything short of like just tipping a bunch of kits into like the water supply, you know, so it comes out of people's taps. I think like advertising model building, all we can do is like, you know, do our best with it and attract more people, you know. And I love hearing the stories of people be like, oh yeah, I either got back into it, you know, from seeing how together everyone is online, and or I picked it up and it's a new thing. Like, is it Bill Snacks? He's a relatively new builder, I think, who's been doing it for a couple of years.
Yes.
Yep, and he's already like, you know, he's blowing me out of the water. Yeah, he's like doing like amazing stuff, and like it happened like really quick. And you know, everyone that doesn't build models, that, you know, is into cars or whatever it is, they just need to make that leap and have that opportunity. And I think as a community, since we can be like really welcoming and, you know, accepting and all that sort of stuff of everybody who wants to come and have a go at model building, that's just going to grow it more and more and more and more and more, and it's going to be like super good. You know, the more people that are infected with model building, the better. I think, you know, and there's so many kits out there that they'll find something they like eventually, you know, if they keep looking.
Yeah, you know, I think I want to say that last weekend there was probably like a model show in Japan, because I was starting to see a lot of photos of like JDM cars, right? And then next to it, I recognized some lowrider cars that were in the mix in that show. And I was like, wait a minute, this is Yosuke from Japan. And like,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
he's the dude that does like some dope lowriders. And they were this dude on Twitter was posting photos of his cars, like showing him love and just saying, like, man, I can't even do what he's doing. Like the stuff he's doing with lowriders, like it's crazy. And I thought that was kind of cool because it just popped up on the feed, and I'm like, oh damn, like somebody else is showcasing his stuff on here.
Yeah. Hopefully, like gets more people into like different genres and stuff like that here too. Like, you know, I've noticed a huge increase in people building like Japanese cars, like slam stuff and like older Japanese stuff, and like it's like with the real cars, you know, like people like try to emulate the like other side, like the grass is always greener on the other side. We'll try to have like real cars like slam JDM stuff and you know that sort of thing. And over in Japan, they're wild for lowriders and lowrider culture, and they're doing it up proper. You know, they got like 59s that they're like three wheeling around the middle of the city and stuff like that. And like it seems like it's like worming its way into like the model scene. And like Yusuk, he the cleanliness with which he builds, I think, is on par with Gavin, who lives in Japan too. And it's that cleanliness, that thing that really sticks out. You know, it's not like overbuilt. It's not like got too many accessories and stuff glued all over it. It's just everything's done really clean, and it's like a great presentation, you know, sort of thing. Because you know, Gavin and Yusuk, I don't know. It's like it's just they have that style. You know, you could see them on the car and know it's one of theirs, kind of thing. It's really strange. They just have this really clean style. And I hope one day also to do a lowrider as clean as those guys can do them because it's just wild, absolutely wild. And the fact it's like organically coming up, that you're recognizing their builds and stuff like that, it's like organically growing and getting attention. That's mad as. I really like that. That's cool.
I know. I wonder, like, I mean, in Japan, like how far they're from each other. Like, are they like an hour away from each other, or maybe they're like 6 hours away? You know?
I always assume that everybody I speak to in Japan lives in Tokyo, because Tokyo is like the biggest, most densest city in the, like the highest population city in the world. There's something like 20 million people in Tokyo, so that's like my starting point. Like, if I see anything like they're posting like of where they are, of like another thing, go, okay, they don't live in Tokyo, but otherwise I'd assume they like live like smack dab in Tokyo because there's just so many people in that one spot. But yeah, like hopefully over there they can have like more shows and stuff too. Hey, because like it's a numbers game, right? They've got to have so many people that build models that don't know about the shows that are going to learn about them, like here, like and in America as well. Like, oh, I didn't know there was a show here. Like, oh, who was telling the story of the biker dude that just came into the show? I thought it was a real car show.
Oh, that yeah, I was talking about that. Yeah, this
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
he, dude, it was so funny, man. Just like his expression, his face, he was so shocked. Like his jaw, like just dropped. He took off his
Yeah.
shades. He had his bandana on and everything. And he just had this look like what? Like, is this for real? Like, you guys build these? And I'm like, yeah. So what's up? You know, and I was just talking to him, and then he just kind of wandered off. And then I was talking with his wife, and she just admitted to me and told me like, oh, you know, we were just like, you know, it's our day off, and you know, we went on the bike and let's go do something. And we heard there was a car show. We assumed cars, and there was no cars. So we get in here and we paid, and then next thing you know, we're here and we're like, wait a minute. You know,
That's such a cool story. And it's like, you know, that dude after they left, he would have been like thinking like, damn, that might be something I want to get into, you know, or something like that. It's going to be in his mind. Like, oh damn, there's a whole new world out there and stuff like that. And you know, that's such a dope story. Like I thought it was a real like show. They rocked up and it's like, man, so I was running around with like a shrink ray or something, you know, with all these model cars. But that's dope. I hope there's like more stories like that like come out about people turning up just out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, there's gonna be in January a couple of shows coming up. The NNL West, and then
Yeah.
there's also one not too far from where I'm at in Ventura that's gonna be taking place in February. And I've really been considering doing NNL West vending. I just need to reach out and inquire about the availability about tables. And if they say, we do have tables available, then I better get on it and reserve, because if I do get a table and it's reserved, that's it. I'm going,
Yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna
Locked in.
be
Yeah.
there's not gonna be no, oh, I'm not gonna go. No, I don't know. No, this is like you're in. You're in, dude.
Yep, yep.
There's no turning back. And then the rest, I just got to figure out the rest as we get closer to the date. But if that gets situated, then I'll make the announcement that, hey, I'm gonna be there. But I know Ventura for sure. I'll be there in Ventura, no doubt about that. This would be like, I believe, like my third time vending, or no, not fourth, like third time vending at the Ventura Hobbies show that they organize every year, called Model Fest. And it should be cool. I mean, it's a lot of locals from where I grew up that are there, and you see a lot of familiar faces too.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, hit up that like once a year hangout sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know, man. I mean, vending's fun. It's cool, but I feel like it's more about like promoting the brand, the store, letting people bring awareness that they can get the stuff, online through the site, whatever they're looking for, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
just to
yeah.
grow, just to grow the inventory of stuff that it is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like, hopefully, if you like turn other places, you can find some time to sneak away and walk around and look at everything too. Hey, because I bet it'd be
Yeah,
like
that's another
midnight.
thing.
Yeah,
Like that last show, it was fun to walk around and take photos and little video clips and talk to people. I miss that. I miss doing that, and this time it was just easy because I was able to just put everything away and
yeah, yeah,
step away, and I didn't have to worry about the stuff being laid out because I had already like put it away. So hopefully for something like this, I'll have someone with me, or just someone that could help me, and that way I could cruise around and check
yeah,
stuff out.
yeah, for sure. It reminds me of the saying, like the barefoot pauper, or the barefoot cobbler. He spends all this time like selling shoes. He never has time to like have his own, and like so like mingle in with like the model show when you're like focused on vending and that sort of stuff. But like you said, it's like really important, I suppose, for outreach. It's like it's a perfect spot. It's a conglomeration of your target audience, right there at the show all day to see you and that sort of thing. But yeah, hopefully you can go to like both of them and you can get it all sorted out.
Yeah.
Because it'll be cool to just see people at the very least, and chop it up with people.
Yeah, there's a lot of model builders that are in the upper northern area of California that I speak with on Instagram, online and stuff, but I haven't seen them. It's been a while since I've seen them in person, and even just other friends that are up there that don't build, that could kind of come
Yeah,
out just to say what's up.
yeah, for sure.
It'll be like,
Absolutely.
it'll be like mad cool to like see. Oh, I was gonna ask you, behind you, I keep seeing that stack of Aoshima kits right there. Are
Oh,
those
they
are they done
yeah,
kits, or are they work in progress?
those are finished. Finished or sent on. There's the AE86 on the bottom. I'll start from the bottom and go up. The AE86 was the Forza one. It was like a grayish color with a black bonnet. The next one up, the orange one, is a Galant. I sent that to Cam. The next one up is that Silica. The pink one I just finished. Then there's two like Rocket Bunny 8.6 kits. I think I sent one of those to Cam, and another one I think I lost the body to somehow. I don't know where I put it. I lost the whole body. The next one up is the Skyline, the green one that I finished, and the other one is the Sylvia. which I just finished, and they're just there waiting for me to like clip off the useful parts and like get rid of all the sprues. I just haven't done it yet. It's pretty perilous up there. You can't see it like the down below, like these boxes. There's a box underneath those, which is like beginning to like crush and like crumble. So the first thing it's going to do is like fall onto my printer. So I probably should get it on, like get on it pretty soon.
Dang. Do you have a hard time letting go of the boxes, like getting rid of them?
I do. I love the box art so much. That's why I want Aoshima to make like a coffee table book, like a big, big coffee table book of all their box art. So I can throw away the kits and still, because I could like cut out the things, but it's not the same. I really like having the boxes around because like I like having model kits around. It's just definitely have a hard time throwing away the box art for sure.
Yeah, man, that's a trip. Yeah, because I know what you mean, man. But they do take that space, but it's almost like I'm guilty of throwing away some boxes, but I'm kind of like, what I regret not doing what I should have done. So like, for example, like the box is huge, right? Or whatever. I should, oh shoot, let's see. Here we
Or
go.
just cut out the end of it and keep that.
Cut out, yeah, like cut this out and just keep that part. And then
That's a good idea.
and toss the box. I don't know. I mean, I know everyone's different. Maybe some people have space and all that more than me, but I kind of regret
that's a
not
great
keeping
idea, yeah.
something from it,
Yeah, like a memento from like the actual model kit sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a sick kit too, by the way. That box art is just killer. Like the color of the car on that one is
Here,
just friggin' awesome.
I'll take off
Yeah, how far did you get with that one? Did you got the body kit all glued on, didn't you?
Yeah, watch. Let me turn this around right here. This is annoying. These like Christmas lights like hanging out right here. Here. Look at these. Annoying. All right.
It's jolly.
Damn, right here.
Yes, that's a dope kit. I love it.
I really like the box art on this right here.
Yeah, that's mad.
So with this one, let's see. Let me focus it right here. All right, cool. So this one here, it came with the body kit already. It's already been like glued on. There we go.
That's my favorite stage of a model car is primed and like mocked up on the wheels. Love it.
I like it too. And then I mean, a lot of these parts are already like glued on, like the body kit. There's the bottom right there. I just love that. I mean, it's just slam, dude. Like the way you just like put it on here. And let's see, this thing's gonna probably fall, but it's just like slam, dude. Like I like that.
In the weeds.
Yeah, and like I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna go with these wheels or not. I might change them. Let's see. It's like stuck. Oh, there we go. I'm like messing with it, but yeah. One thing that I noticed too on this kit is the interior. And let me bring up the box. So you got the manual. All right. So it comes, obviously just interior with just regular styrene, and then there's also like a chrome sheet of the interior.
Oh, dang.
So you're
My God.
getting two. Regular you can paint and then just chrome. I guess if you want to be very flashy. And I mean,
you get sunburned.
And
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I mean, yeah, it has obviously the front grille and all that in chrome, but I think on mine, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I'm gonna go with the chrome. I might just go with the regular styrene color non-chrome. And I mean, you got a couple that you could put on the front to switch out. But I was thinking about smoothing it out. I don't know why. I might change the
Yeah, it's like giving it that kind of like 90s painted bumper look. Like who's that builder in the state? Like Troy Trepanier, I think his name is. He does like paints over chrome or paints the chrome parts in the body color, and it gives it this like sort of dope 90s kind of chunky look. to it instead of like the usual like flashy chrome and billet grills and stuff. It was really cool.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to decide on like what seats to kind of to go with. These are just from different. This is the one it came with, but this is from a different the Hakuzaku kit it came with.
Right, okay, yeah.
The Liberty Walk one. So I don't know. It's just like kind of just like playing with it, you know, trying to see. But these are just extra parts from other kits that I kind of just keep passing along, you know.
Yeah.
But you know what? Out of this kit though, everything does fit good though. Like great. I already mocked up with the interior and everything was like dope, you know. I was expecting some surprises, but nah, everything fit pretty clean. I was wondering too, like if I should on that pillar right here for the back window.
I'll make it all open all the way across,
Yeah,
like
I was
total
kind of thinking
pillarless.
about cutting that off, that little stem. I don't know what you call that. I was thinking about cutting it off just so the window looks like make it look even more bigger.
Yeah. That's like a really like sought after thing. There's these cars called a Safiro, over in Japan, and like other places. And the ones people love the most are those ones with the completely open window line with no pillars and no little like side window kind of like mucking it up. Those are the ones like are really sought after because they have that awesome look. You can see all the way through the car. And like if the seats are really low and custom, then it's just like you can see all the way through it. It's like it's kind of like super pillarless. It's like a custom touch. Like on your Merc, not Merc, Hudson. You know, you removed the B pillar. Like it could be like a matching set.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, I did shave off like the door handles on there. Like they're completely gone. I just wanted to give it like a smooth kind of look. And then I don't know, for some reason, like the front end, when I look at the front, like the lights or like even the grill, it kind of reminds me of like a skyline sort of. Like,
oh yeah, so it's got that all the way across sort of thing.
Yeah.
That like goes down like from the
I wonder if I
sides,
could
like
just
swept back.
modify this and change it. I don't know, but I wish I had a
It's
clear
got like it's
camera.
got mini truck touches to it, you know. It's like with the shaved handles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But and it's so slammed. I love how like slammed they do those cars.
Oh, but this one has been fun though. So this is
Yeah.
another in the works, you know. And then it's like
You can never have enough.
5 years later. Oh, I did it again.
Yeah, we're lucky they don't rust. Because I just have boxes of rust by now.
Oh man.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah, I should have brought out the other models, dude. Like just to have them. I gotta keep turning this around. This thing keeps showing off them lights, dude. Hey, do you guys also celebrate like Thanksgiving holiday out there or not?
No, I don't think we have anything Thanksgiving. We have Black Friday sales.
Oh, okay.
So, you know,
cool.
we took like and Cyber Monday,
Yeah.
I think is something. Yeah, I think we have sales that retailers have latched onto, but the actual holiday, no, I don't think so.
Uh-huh.
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think.
Yeah.
But I will if there's any excuse to like eat turkey, I will. You know, if I had some, I would be cooking it up because it's really good. But no, we don't. I don't think we celebrate that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. People just, you know, do whatever they want to do now. I think I feel like when I was a kid, it was like a big thing and this and that. Now that it's not anymore, it's still something. I think now is just people just. It's more like family getting together, you know, or friends.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like an excuse to be like, yo, what's up? Like, we got the days off. Like, let's go hang out. Kind of a vibe.
Yeah, like do something fun.
Yeah. And I think for some people too, they get like vacation, like the whole week off. So I could imagine, man, you get a week off. Like this week, I'm expecting this weekend, a lot of people model building, whether it's cars or even Gundams. Like I picture people just having all this time, staying up late and not, you know, taking the day off and just working on stuff.
Yeah. Maybe like while all the food's cooking throughout the day, they'll like model build, and then if they like, you know, don't have a nap after dinner and like sleep all night, they like get up and do some model building or something. Because I've heard turkey makes you sleepy. or something like that. I think it's like tryptophan or something in it. Makes you a bit sleepy or something like that. But hopefully everyone could like stay awake like after dinner and you know and get at the bench. Hey, like just like wash your hands first so you don't get all like turkey grease and stuff all over everything. But
Dang.
yeah, no, it should be cool.
I wonder if somebody would do like a live stream building 24 hours Thanksgiving special. Nah.
Well, I think someone did a lot. I don't think it was a live stream though. It was a 24-hour build they were doing, I think, amongst the YouTube guys.
Mhm.
And they like would post a video every like few hours or something like that. And you could like see them getting tireder and talking less and less in their videos. It's like, man, these dudes are gonna conk out and stuff like that. But that'd be like sick. Like you could do it in shifts, like you know, get a group of your friends together and like, all right, I'm gonna go to sleep, you prep the body, I'll get up and paint it or something like that. And like do a relay race. That'd be sick. That'd be awesome.
There's like an old scale auto magazine that I have, and I need to take a photo of it to post it because there's a photo towards the end of the magazine, somewhere in the article, and it's saying it's talking about these model builders, like professional model builders, who went like on a road trip, and it might be like, I don't know if it's like 3 or 4 people, can't remember, but they all get in this van and they bring a model with them, and through their trip they paint the model and they build it pretty much.
Dang, that'd be fun. That'd be so much fun.
So like,
damn.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting because it's almost like I'm imagining, like, you know, as someone's driving, maybe in the back someone's over here like sanding the car, someone's cleaning off the flash on other parts, you know, getting it prepped, and then they pull over and they put all the parts, like, let's just say either on the outside of the box or the inside, and then they just primer it, you know.
You want to go on the side of the highway.
Yeah, put the box on top of the car. So this way the sun hits it, it's all dry. Everyone, you know, takes a little break. All right, cool. Is it dry? Yeah, it's dry. Let's head out. And then they head out. And then you know, let's fix whatever, you know, on the bodies, on the parts, and then all right, we gotta paint it again. So now they put the color, put it again on top of the car.
That'd be awesome. I would do that. That'll be fun. Like getting an RV and like, all right, we'll stop here and we'll get the model kit. Then we'll drive to this next hobby shop and get the paint. Then we'll drive to the next hobby shop. You know, stuff like that. Like go from place to place, completing it along the way. That'd be sick. I would love that. That'd be amazing. And at the end of it, you could like be at a show, like Road to the NNL or something like that.
Yeah.
And like starting like somewhere far away and like hit hobby shops. That'd be dope. I would do that. I'm down.
Let's say you clear coat the body and you know, you gotta let it dry. So you put it in the little box in here, but then you just put it in the dash of the car on the road trip. So the sun hitting the glass, hitting the glass is just creating all this heat. Like, all right, this keeps drying up. I should be ready.
That'd be sick. I would absolutely do that. Absolutely.
That would be pretty fun. Yeah, I've always thought about like what would happen if like you would go to the park and start working on a model car, like on a bench, right? And like, you know, I mean, no one's gonna trip on that, but let's just say you put it on your little Tamiya stand, and then now you want to paint the car and you bust out with the spray can, like out in the park, and you're just like would
the
people
cops would like run over and tackle you and think like you're trying to graffiti or something like that.
Like would people really trip and be like, hey, like narc on you, you know? Or would people, you know,
he's doing something, I don't know what, but it looks like he's up to no good.
You think people would really care, or they just kind of mind their business and then, you know?
I suppose it really depends where you like were. Hey, like imagine if like you went to somewhere with like super mansions and private schools and stuff. They'd probably have like parents like scoping out making sure nobody's up to no good or anything with like
Binoculars.
the binoculars up on their balconies going, what? He's got a spray can. What's he doing? Like that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Yeah. But no, I think you'd like, imagine if it was something like, those busking artists
Mm.
who like sit there and like they'll do like art on a tile or they'll like do characters or something.
Yeah.
Imagine if there was something like that, but for model building. I think that'd be cool. But like model building happens a little bit slow, so you might like have an audience for like 5 or 10 minutes and be like, oh man, he's not doing anything, he's just still sanding it or something like that.
Man.
And they move on or something like that.
Like let's say you're at
You'd be like,
you're at a bus stop and you have your backpack on and you're waiting to get picked up by the bus, and then it's taking forever. So you just you turn around, you open up your backpack, you get your model kit, and you start primering it right there.
on the
And then
bus.
people are next to you. They're like, damn, what is this doing? And then you get in the bus and you're holding your primered model and it smells like paint.
Yeah, like the bus driver, like, what the fuck is that smell? And you'd be like, no. And you'd be like looking at other people like, don't rat on me. Or something like that. You just feel like walking around with all like vapors and stuff coming out of your bag. But I did something similar, like one of the first shows I went to. We caught the train into the city. It was like an hour long on the train. And we went to the show, we bought kits, and like we were like set up on the train. Like, all right, let's bust out the kits and like look at them. So we had like them set out on the seats and stuff, like looking through all the parts and stuff like that. And people were probably looking at us like going, what the hell are these dudes doing? Like, they're up to something. But no one like tripped or anything like that. But we weren't painting them. We were just looking at the parts.
Yeah, just checking them out.
Yeah, I think people might like panic a little bit if you like went to a like crowded bus stop and like put a gas mask on, because like then they might trip out. Like if you have like the full mask and the spray.
I know, right? And you're just like, damn, I'm just trying to primer this body.
Yeah, chill, everyone. Damn.
Man,
yeah, no, that'd be sick. That'd be awesome. Probably be pretty difficult with like all the wind and stuff in a park though.
Yeah. No, yeah. I was gonna ask you, so like, next month we got December, Christmas and all that. Is there something, like do you have a wish list for like like for, let's just say like Christmas or whatever, or I mean, you could always buy a kit and all this stuff, but is there something that you're like, dang, like what's on your list of a kit you want to get for like next year? Get it now to build next year.
I haven't really like been looking at too many new kits. There's like, I've always wanted to do one of those Hasegawa Datsuns, because Paul XT Falcon 68 did a really cool one of those a little bit ago. I think he finished it. If he didn't finish it, he mocked it up at least and showed me, and I thought it was really cool. One of those. I've been asking Santa for like a new bike for like the last 20 years, and like the fat bastard hasn't delivered yet. So I won't be asking him for anything this year. But yeah, no, like I'm kind of in a spot now with kits where like I have so many different ones. Like you can never have enough kits, but like I have enough different genres where I feel kind of fulfilled. Like with that, like if I want to do like a mini truck, I have Hiluxes. If I want to do like a custom, I have that Hudson you sent, and I have the Mobius Chrysler 300. And like I was thinking the other day, because I was like looking at kits, and I got the Camaro, the new Camaro that I told you about, and like other than that, I was just thinking about it, and I was like, do I have enough? Have I reached the point where I think I have enough? Because that'd be a big thing, because I have a fair few, but I'm not sure. Like yeah, I'm not sure. How about you? Like, what kit would you ask Santa for?
Damn, that's a good question, man. I mean, man, I think if anything, that new Z, that Fair Lady Z from Tamiya.
Yeah.
I mean, that one looks tight. I've been looking at the photos of it, and I saw Luke got like 4 of them.
Yeah.
That's so dope. I mean, I can't wait to see what he does with those. But if anything, that's like a new kit that I'm quite excited at, just seeing if I could get my hands on that, like to build for next year, that would be kind of cool. Man, what else? I think just that one right now, if anything, I mean, there's a lot of dope kits that are out there, but like you said, I kind of already have, like some of that stuff. If anything, maybe like tools or things like that, I'd be like
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
forward to.
Yeah, I know there's a slew of them out there, isn't there? Like the tools, it seems like there's so many places like popping up still, selling new stuff and newly designed stuff. It's like, it's hard to keep up. Just today I ordered some of those. I think it's Hobby Mio. I think that's the brand. They have these anti-static tweezers. I don't know if they actually do anything, but I hope like the ends of them are soft so I can like wire stuff without like putting horrible bends with metal tweezers in the way.
Oh, is it those ones where it's like metal, like the body is, but the tips, it's almost like a separate piece that's like kind of
Yeah.
screwed.
Yep, that's the one. And like I feel like since I can design stuff, if I wanted a different tip on it, I can do that. I could like do roundeds or whatever's. That was kind of an idea I was having, is like designing some stuff for that, to 3D print to work with that. But yeah, you're right. Like there's just an endless supply of tools and new stuff, and like it's really dangerous to go looking for them because I usually end up buying them and stuff like that. But yeah, like hopefully you can find some like cool new stuff like for yourself and for your store too. Hey, like and
Yeah.
expand the sort of
Yeah,
the stock you have.
the Hobby Mio, that's been one that's been under my radar for a while. I just haven't like took that plunge to like get any other stuff, but I have been like seeing their stuff, and I am in contact with their distributor to be able to get it. I just haven't like requested anything yet, like from their stuff. But I have seen those tweezers though. I think something like that will definitely come in handy because I feel like plastic tweezers, they're more gentle also, and they could be used for different applications, especially let's say if you're doing something with decals as well, water slides, just
Yeah,
things that you can, work on that you want it to be a little bit more delicate on. I've learned my lesson. I mean, I have different types of tweezers now, but there was a time where I only had like one tweezer that I always used. I forgot what brand they were, but they had on the inside where you close it, it had like teeth in it. And anything I squeezed, it left like those like teeth, like little teeth.
yeah.
And I was like, whack. And I had to just get some tweezers that were going to be like more like smooth.
Yeah. I think I got like a set of like, they were really cheap, like from the dollar store, like a set of like 5 different ones, just so I could like get used to the different shapes. And like other than that, I don't think I ever like really upgraded until now. Like this will be my first, like I think, like proper model building marketed tweezers, because I think they're more for like Gundams and stuff like that, with like really like tiny itty bitty little decals and stuff like that, and things like that. Hey, nice background.
There you go. The toaster bus. Where's
the
it?
toaster bus?
Do you still have it?
Yeah. It's up on my shelf.
Okay.
In a display case. I have another one. Matt, Cressy Derp. I think he goes by a different name now, like JZX Matt or something. He did some like Skyline Nissan Cherry taillight file, and they're really synonymous with like custom taillights in Japan. And I've got another one of those bus kits that I really want to do with those taillights and like a rotary engine and stuff like that. And I just haven't decided if I want to do it like with Japanese wheels or like custom wheels, like that one has like Pegasus Supremes on it. And I just haven't like decided. But yeah, I still have it. It's like, it always annoys me that I put the pink pearl over a white color and it just turned into silver, because that's supposed to be pink, like a really pale pink. But I did it over white before kind of realizing that you need to do like an undercover color on it. But yeah, it's still kicking. I think one of the headlights fell out, because I just used wood glue. And I was like, when I was moving around the display cases, I must have jolted it wrong, and one of the eyes fell out. But yeah, that's one of like my favorite builds. I think it was like just one I finished like I think when I hadn't been on Instagram long or something like that. And but yeah, that's one of my favorites right there.
Yeah, that's an awesome one. I like that one. Now that I'm looking at it at the background, I could see the pink. I could see it now.
Really, I can't really like. I must be like too colorblind to see like how close it is to like pink and silver. They're too like close together. But
I could see it like an undertone like in there of like pink. Before I didn't, but now that you pointed it out, and the more I stare at the back, like the back, I can see it more on there. But it looks tight though. I like it.
yeah, it's kind of like a happy accident type thing. Where most of the stuff I do is a happy accident with paint. But yeah, I really like the color. It's like it's a modernish color, like being all like sleek and stuff, but on an old school car. Like I'm kind of, I hope that I can do a good enough job with the other one as well. With like the paint, haven't decided yet what colors or anything to do that. I might use that spinning wheel thing to pick a color for it. Just to leave it up to like the model gods. But I definitely want to do like a pearl color for sure. I think they suit those cars really well.
Yeah, that's pretty neat what you do with the selecting of the color wheel.
Yeah, it always held me up, so I'm like, screw it, I'll leave it up to chance. And like it's worked out okay so far. That skyline was supposed to be a lot like darker green, but I did it. I wasn't thinking, and I did the base coat in white, and then did the pearl green over that, and it turned into like a really light green, like with no nuts in it. But what it happened, it happened. I wasn't going to redo it, that's for sure.
That's cool. Man, there's like so many everything now. I see the Black Friday sales are coming up. Like it's just like everybody that we follow or things we buy from companies, right? It's just I saw some people already doing it from like last week.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. I was like, damn, that's crazy. I mean, whatever their plan is, But I'm trying to think. I don't know if I did that last year, or maybe I did like a full week. But yeah, I'm just waiting until Thursday. I'm just trying to be patient about it,
Yeah. Will it be like, I was trying to like remember so I could like bring it up and be helpful. Was it automatically applied to the whole store, or was it the code this time?
Oh no, you gotta apply the code at checkout. So pretty much the code's already like ready with all items. Like it's already like it's set, but it won't be enabled until the date once the 24th.
Right. Okay. Yep. Gotcha.
And it's live, and then once whatever you add to your cart and you check out, you put the code thanks 15, and it should apply the discount right there.
Right. Okay. Because everywhere like kind of does it a little bit different. It's like hard to catch up, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a way to probably apply it, like already have it applied, but I still haven't figured it out through the
right, okay,
like the admin side of the web. So
right, it's easy to like use the method you already know than risk messing something up.
It's easy, yeah, exactly. It's easier for me to do it that way right now, and I don't want to do it because I don't want to get like going through a rabbit hole and screw something up,
Yeah, you're very like 150% off and end up owing them money when they buy stuff.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of a trip. I mean, I'm looking forward to it though. We'll see what's up. I mean, I don't know. I try to think like, what's like the goal, right? For the business, but also I try to think like other companies, like what's the goal, right? Because if you sell product, you're still gonna end up, you have to invest and get more product, right? So I don't know, the way I start to think about it more, it's like, the orders that come in, I'm happy that these customers are gonna get what they're looking for, getting that product to them, and just packaging it, getting it out on time, that's like pretty satisfactory right there. But also the experience, like I'm hoping that ordering is easy, and then just getting the stuff, it's just like, all right, cool, it wasn't like that crazy. Just that experience right there. But the end goal will definitely be being able to expand, like getting more product in, you know, more brands, more things, that because I'm always trying to look to see what else is out there with brands, and then also customers hit me up with requests.
Yeah, yep.
You be carrying this and all that, and I mean, as much as you want to carry everything, it's hard because there's just too much product out there. It's even if you had like, if you got a loan for like 50,000 or 100,000, it's still like so much stuff out there. You're gonna blow through that.
Yeah. For sure. Like even just with model car stuff, not even counting other model like sections. The site here in Australia I use called BNA. They carry model car stuff like trains, scenic, everything you can think of for model stuff. And their page of brands is enormous. There's hundreds of brands. And all these brands, if they're conglomerated and there's a single distributor for a bunch of them, sure, but they're not going to be all of them. So it's like you got to hit up all these different people, get all these different stocks in and stuff like that. And even just the model car stuff is so like big with how many brands and stuff there are, and new ones popping up as well that aren't like super well known, like Mr. Model. Is that the one with the shock absorbers we were talking about?
Oh yes, yeah, based out in Brazil.
Yeah, and like when you started carrying that, and went really well and that sort of stuff. It's like it's another like known brand now for people that like visit your site and stuff like that. And it's like there is an endless amount of those. Endless. It's just gotta go and go and go. It's gonna be so exciting to see like what rises to the top, of the cream sort of thing, because with so much competition and stuff out there with products, it's just going to elevate the quality and all that sort of stuff, and it's going to be like really, really cool. Already we're seeing like bonkers stuff. Even like the new molds from kit manufacturers, they're expanding into like other scales. Like Aoshima's doing 30-second scale new stuff. It used to be like I've forgotten the brand name, but there used to be this really popular Japanese brand with 30-second scale stuff, and like Aoshima's doing the Hakoska, they're doing that kit you like in 30-second scale, the one you just talked about, the Z. That's yellow on the box in 30-second scale and stuff like. So they're bringing out new stuff in new scales, but it's sort of the same kind of family of kits. It's like it's a car kit from Aoshima, and it's just going to be non-stop, hey. And like I can't wait to like get my grubby mitts on like so much other stuff and like fill up my garage with junk.
Yeah, I feel like them coming out with those 132 scale like snap-on kits is like a smart move to get like younger builders into model building, because a lot of those kits, they're already pre-painted. Like the mold is the color of the car, ready to go. It's just snap fitting and putting it all together. And for the experienced modeler, obviously they could modify it, paint it the way they want, and everything. But just to get people into it, that's pretty dope. What they're doing. And there's a brand, I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called KA Models, and they do a lot of parts. I think they're also based out of Japan. I could be wrong, but I believe they're in Japan. And I have one of their products. They do like photo etch license plates.
Yeah.
But then they also offer like hose clamps, cable ties, and rivets. The one thing I do notice on their items, they're a bit more of a premium in price. So, I mean, that's also like another option, right? Like something that, I mean, I don't really see it promoted anywhere like crazy, like it's popular that I come across when I do a search. I don't really find it. I do see it on some sites, but not so much in the US. And I don't know if it's maybe because of the price range. You know, I had seen some rivets that the distributors like, this is the MSRP for these rivets, and it's already like it's like 40 some bucks
Yeah,
for
jeez.
for rivets, and I'm going, damn, and
Crikey.
and it's not like you're getting 100 or 1,000 rivets. It's like
Yeah.
it's like you're getting maybe like, I don't know, 30, 40 rivets, you know? And I mean, they might, I don't know. I haven't gotten the rivets. Like it's one of those things where you do want to get it, but then you're like, well, I don't know if people, that seems like a lot of money for rivets. I don't know.
Yeah, like what would be the the difference between the $40 rivets? Got frogs on the brain. And like the 10 or $15 ones from like
Zoom
Model
on.
Factory Hero or
Mhm.
Zoom On or HD or anything like that. That's because I suppose if you had this super premium thing, people might buy it thinking like, "Ooh, that's super premium!" Like that's the top of the line. But like when it comes down to it, it's like you're not paying really for the prestige of it. No one's going to know to point out, oh, wow, are those $40 rivets you used on your model? It's like, they'll just say, hey, cool, you use rivets. That's
You
it. And yeah, I know the most attention I think a rivet would ever get is when you're putting it in, that sort of thing. And like the experience, I don't think wouldn't change that much between like the different kinds. But what do I know? Like I don't think I've ever used them all that much, to be honest. I have them, and I kept dropping them. Although I was using the metal tweezers, and it would just go plink, and it lost forever, and then blink, lost forever. And like, okay, then fuck this then. Then I'll put them away. And I'm like, nah, I've already lost like $5 of rivets. Imagine losing like $20 in the same amount of time as like the $40 ones. Keep going blink, blink, blink. But yeah, no, I did some 3D ones, and like compared to the aluminium ones are just better. They don't break as easy. They're easy to handle and paint, and I think you don't have to paint them. And the 3D ones are like, it's if my resin was a bit more rigid, and they didn't fail as often, they'd be competitive. With those ones, I could even like use silver resin that they probably have. So you'd have to paint them. But now, like the only competition between I think rivets is other aluminium rivets. Like I don't think the point. Oh, what was the size that I think you were looking for a specific size, and I can't remember what it was. Was it 0.6?
I think it was like I think a 7, between a 7 or a 9. I don't know. There's all these different like sizes on them.
Yeah, it's like really hard to nail down. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what's the standard size for the scale that people use for
Yeah.
Well, it makes such a huge difference, but like it's really tricky to like track down. I think the hobby design detail up kits, like for the LB Works GTRs and the Rocket Bunny 86s, I think they come with a 0.7. I can't remember, but it's like it's 0.6 or 0.7 either way. But yeah, it's like such a niche thing, isn't it? It's like, who would think to like talk about the finesse of like the tiniest little rivet, and then much less do it on like a live stream?
Yeah.
It's the wildest thing. Oh god, that makes me happy.
Yeah, maybe if somebody does get the $40 rivets, $50 rivets, they'll, when they fill out those forms about the mods they did to their model at a competition, they'll just
Yeah, they
put
can
on
just
there,
flex.
yeah, $40 rivets, don't trip.
Just to flex on everyone.
Man, that'd be crazy.
Oh hell yeah! Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, cool.
That would be fun. I think now you've like changed my mind. Now I want them so I can do that because it's so silly. That'd be awesome.
I have to find a photo and I'll send it to you. I'll screenshot a photo that I'll find of them from that brand, and I'll send it to you. I don't even know how it looks packaged. I just seen them like kind of loose, like the way they promote it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like, do they come in a bag or do they just tell you here, put your hand up?
Maybe they've like got them all like separate in like a little like case you got to open up, and it's like maybe like it has Supreme written across the packaging or some stupid thing like that. That makes them worth that much money. But oh man, that's called like designer model parts.
Yeah.
They're like Gucci rivets and stuff like that.
That's funny. Dang. Well, hey, dude, I think we should wrap this one up. This was fun. I mean, we'll have to do this again. And,
Yeah.
Any shout outs or anything you wanna any goodbyes or anything you wanna say?
Yeah. I agreed to shout out Armando. Shout out Armando. And just everybody who like I chat to and have connections with. Really makes the hobby much more than building little plastic cars. It's incredibly important to me and to everyone else, I would assume. So keep trucking, and thanks for having me on the live thing. It's really fun, and definitely we should do it again. It's been fun to shoot the shit. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Casey, for taking the time.
And the people in the chat, sorry. Like the people that joined in on the chat, thank you. Thank you.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Luke for joining us, David, Armando, Snacks, David Guerrero, also. Everyone who jumped in. Thank you for that. And this one will post up, on Thursday. The episode will be up. That way, in case if you missed it from the beginning, the video will be up. And but the audio and all that, we'll put that up so it's on iTunes and all that stuff. So, and then just I guess one last announcement is just Black Friday sale. You visit scalewriters.com. We'll be having the sale starting on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, and it's going to go out throughout the weekend, and it's going to end on Cyber Monday at night, pretty much. Monday night. It's the whole store is going to be 15% off all the items, and the code will be thanks15. So just enter that at checkout right there. And I'm still, gonna have if you pass the $100 mark, it's like free shipping. So you can save 15% and then take advantage of the free shipping if you go past the 100 too. I just wanted to throw that in. Probably by the time you guys hear this, it's already going to be going on right there, And let me see. And also shout out to Super Average Gumpla who tuned in as well. Thank you guys. Or thank you, dude, for sure.
No way. It's been awesome.
Yeah. All right, man. So I'll let you go and have a good one, Casey.
No worries. Peace.
Take care. Peace out. Later.